Alright, so we here, BlakGooseTV family. We are doing part 2 to why Teofimo Lopez and Terence Crawford are not only rising stars, but we're getting closer and closer to seeing some of the best fights happen when it comes to boxing, right? Next year is going to be a big year, in my opinion, when it comes to boxing, the year after that and the year after that, because we are starting to see cross-promotional fights happen. And I think Terence Crawford is going to play a big part in this because we've been waiting a long time to see Terence Crawford fight some of the best in PBC. A lot of people try to say Terence Crawford didn't deserve to fight some of the top welterweights in PBC because no one knows about him. Well, the numbers seem to say differently, right? You watched. If you got all the way to the end of my last video, then you already know this information, but if you didn't, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it real quick. Teofimo Lopez had a peak average of 1.429 million viewers when he was fighting Call Me. Terence Crawford, when he was fighting Kavialiaskas, bear with me on how I said his name, had a 1.512 peak average. 1.5 million too, and I said that is a good number. I also said a lot of you are probably gonna say, oh, that's just your opinion. How do you know it's a good number? Well, see, I don't come to this unprepared, right? Let me say this, all the time I'm prepared. I got everything here on the screen. When I get the right type of equipment, right? We improving every day. Work with us on the channel, but we're improving every day, I promise you. But once we get the right equipment, you're gonna see what I'm looking at. I got all the tabs up there. I don't come into this just rambling and talking like I'm just going off the top of my mind. No, we talking about real shit. All right. So Showtime Spence versus Ocampo main event. So I want to go ahead and pull up because a lot of people say he's not as big as Errol Spence, right? This is Errol Spence. It's not his most recent fight, but it's his most recent fight that was on free TV. Okay. If you guys remember, this happened in the Cowboy Stadium. It was in his hometown, so obviously it's in his hometown. So it's gonna draw a big audience when it comes to maybe ticket sales. But how did he do when it comes to being viewed on free TV? Because a lot of people say Errol Spence is bigger than Terence. I think I'm gonna put this in the title. Terence Crawford is a bigger star than Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford is a bigger star than any welterweight in that PBC division other than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao doesn't even have a long-term contract with them. Keith Thurman may be the only person who may be just as popular as Terence Crawford. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Y'all think I'm just saying this shit. I have facts in front of me. Errol Spence Jr. fought a completely unknown opponent and gave himself only 3 minutes to build a television audience Saturday night. This comes from BoxingScene.com. That didn't come from me. I don't agree with that statement. I wish I would have read that before I said it. That was disrespectful. So Spence's first round knockout of the overmatched mandatory challenger in Carlos Ocampo drew a peak audience of 726,000. This was in 2018. Hold up. January 20th in 2018. Excuse me. It wasn't at the Cowboy Arena. It was in Barclays Center in Brooklyn. I said that. I was wrong. I might edit that out if I feel like it. If I don't, I'll keep it in because I corrected myself. But 726,000. That may have to do with the opponent. That may have to do with the card. Either way, no one knew who Terence Crawford was fighting. Do I need to repeat the number that he got? 1.5 million viewers. A lot of you guys say, well, that was before this, that was before that. I've said this and I'll say it again. The pay-per-view numbers we got from Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia, that was because of Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is a pay-per-view draw. Okay? The numbers that we got against Errol Spence and Sean Porter, it was a mixture of both. Errol Spence is now on his rise, but I still don't believe he's as popular as Terence Crawford. I just showed you the numbers. I'll show you a couple more. Because let's compare and contrast a little bit, man. This is from 2017, because at the same time, you got to realize this was on Showtime, right? This was on Showtime. So obviously for Showtime, you either have to have cable or you have to have the app. It's kind of the same thing for ESPN, though I guess you can say the same thing for ESPN, but ESPN obviously is more known to be watched when it comes to sports, period, than a Showtime. So that can play a factor, and some of you guys are going to try and say that, oh, it was on Showtime, it wasn't on blah 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 blah. So I was like, okay, well then let's get two known welterweights who were over in PBC. They were on the same type of TV broadcast as you would maybe say Terence Crawford was last night, even though Showtime and ESPN Plus, they're similar, man. Because ESPN Plus isn't ESPN. ESPN Plus is just an app. So you have to get the app. Well, at least Showtime, if you have cable, if you add it onto your package, you can get it. But I feel like they're both, you know what I'm saying? They're very similar. It's just ESPN is known for sports, right? So they do have that slight advantage. But Showtime, it's not HBO, right? It's not known for boxing, but it is to an extent. Anyways, so this is coming from ringtv.com. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia peaks at 5.1 million viewers on CBS. What am I saying right here? So this is CBS. This is something that even if you don't have DirecTV or whatever, or like Dish TV, you probably gonna get that in your little 50 channels. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a hotel and you turn on the TV, they only have like 80 channels, right? One of them is gonna be CBS. So this is something a lot of people have access to, CBS, right? This peaked at 5.1 million viewers. Y'all remember this happened in 2017, so this is only 2 years ago, 3 years ago, basically. So not long ago. In reality, this is when Keith Thurman was at its top, right? So any of you guys who maybe heard my last video, I believe I said in the last video, or maybe I said in this one where I said Keith Thurman may be the only one who may be as popular as Terence Crawford. Maybe not now, but you know what I'm saying, he's there. He's more popular than Errol Spence in my opinion. A lot of you guys would disagree with me, but this is what I'm saying. Keith Thurman, when he was fighting, people watched. Okay, Errol Spence, they're just now doing it. So and this is proving it, because a lot of you say, well, people tune into that because of Danny Garcia. This is my last little. Showtime's Porter vs. Garcia main event peaked at 690,000. That was in 2018. So Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia, 690,000. Errol Spence versus Ocampo, 726,000. Okay. Terence Crawford versus, I want to make sure I say his name right. I'm just gonna go butcher it. Kaliaskas, 1.512 million on ESPN Plus. All right, and that fight was recently, and you guys know that. Obviously, the other two fights I just named, 2018, and then Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia, 2017. That was 5.1 million viewers on CBS. A lot of people like Keith Thurman, man. Don't get it twisted. There's a reason why Manny Pacquiao picked to fight him. It wasn't because he was coming off the injuries. Part of it, yes, but they said, but don't forget boxing's about the money. That's a fact. And a lot of y'all be too emotional. Y'all be like, man, fight the best. I gotta get this money. The best ain't always got the money. That's how the game go. That's how business go. Because you the best don't mean you bringing in the dollars that's gonna make them be like, I bet. Y'all gotta realize that, man. You gotta take that emotional shit out of it. Anyways, that was part 2 of this video. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, y'all stay up. Mr. Positivity as always, man.
The way you see me